So Sam, it was 14 years ago, coming up in September. We sat out in the porch, not like this, but it was at the other house that we had, and you were 13 years old, and you were 5'7" and a half. You weighed 192 pounds, and we were talking about you getting in shape, and talking about fitness, and trying to go over things to help both you and I lose some weight. I'd gained 40 pounds, and we didn't really nail it immediately. So what did she tell you?
What do you mean?
You're 5'7" and a half?
Yes. I am very mad.
You're very mad.
Yes, that's almost 5 years. I can't believe it.
And you weigh what?
192.
You think the scales are wrong?
I think.
Well, maybe they are.
I just don't get it.
What is it you don't get?
How do I gain 10 pounds over a night, and how do I lose half of an inch over a night?
Well, we know where you started. 5'7" and a half, 192. So what are we gonna do about it?
Crash diet.
No. Is that what we're gonna do?
No.
What are we gonna do? Okay, so today we went to the doctors, right?
Yeah.
What'd you find out?
That I am 5'7" and a half, and I weigh 192 pounds.
And what else did she tell you?
I need to drink more milk and more water.
Okay. And how much did we find out I weighed?
214. 213.
I think it was 213. And I had my wallet in too.
That helped it.
So what are we gonna do to work on this? Do you think we need to both get in shape a little bit?
Yeah, we need to play football, work out and lift, play basketball.
What are we gonna do about health? What we eat?
I don't know. Cut down.
Smaller portions?
Yeah.
Maybe a few more vegetables?
Yeah.
Drink more water?
Yeah.
More milk?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh.
Watch less TV?
Yeah.
Play less video games?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Because I want to get rid of this. See, Court? Right there? See that? That is one disgusting gut right there.
I don't know
See
how
that?
to zoom in.
So I want to get rid of that. So last year Sam and I figured out that playing pass with the football was more fun than going out and trying to run and work out on your own. So we're gonna go out. One of the things we're gonna do for the next month is we're gonna play pass with the football at least 4 times a week for 20 minutes a day. We're gonna do a little light weightlifting. I may do some additional running myself, and we're going to see how this all works. Sam and I are going to try to work on this together, right?
Yeah.
All right. You want to go play some football?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. So, but since then, it's been 13 years. You now are almost 6 feet tall, and you weigh 167, 170, somewhere around there.
Around that, yeah.
You can run close to a 6-minute pace for a 5K.
Yep.
So, how have you done it?
Just been really consistent with it.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to, each time I run a 5K, I just want to get better, you know? It's just something that, I think when you get successful at something, once you see that happen, you kind of want to just see how far you can go. And as the minutes drop, the seconds drop, you kind of get intoxicated by it. You want to do stuff to just get better at it.
So, when you were growing up, we used to talk about running all the time. There was actually a time where you said, "Can't we just stop talking about running at the dinner table?"
Yeah.
You had two skinny siblings. How did that impact you? I mean, you were heavy when you were younger. I mean, mentally, how did that impact you?
I mean, I don't remember a lot at the time, but like now I'm totally invested into running.
Yeah.
Just like, not just me, but just following running in general, following cross country and everything. So I don't know when I made that switch, to be honest. I think that in high school I got really interested in like following Kurt and Brandon, and then watching them succeed was really cool. And I don't know if that like maybe subconsciously that kind of like sat with me and said I wanted to do that, but I just think that I started enjoying watching other people do well more than I enjoyed running, obviously, at the time.
Yep.
So, and I think that once I got a little bit of success with getting better, it just kind of stuck with me. So
you know, your rhythm in high school was that you would like run cross country and you'd lose somewhere around 10 pounds during the season, and then it would kind of come back. It would kind of come back to you, and sometimes more, right?
yeah.
And then you basically broke your ankle. I think we've got a horrible picture of your ankle when you tried to run on a relay, and then you got bigger. I mean, when you graduated from high school, you weighed somewhere around 250 pounds, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess around when I got injured, yeah, I got bigger. And
Yeah.
then I think, no, you're right. Because I was thinking that was that summer where you made me come to your office. And then
Yeah.
you were just like, find a way home, walk,
Yeah.
run, pick up, try to hitchhike or whatever. And so, yeah, I think by the time I graduated, I was definitely probably like around 240, something around there. So.
Because what always impressed me was you went to college, so you kind of got in a rhythm there too. It was 5 miles home.
Yeah.
You started running, walking, doing whatever you were doing to get home, and then you remember you went to Farmington, and I said, "Hey, go out for the baseball team."
Yep.
Right? And you said, "Do I have to go out for the baseball team?" And I said, "I've never told you to. I don't think I've ever really told you to do a sport, but I said yes, I want you to go out for the baseball team." You went out for the baseball team, and then you got involved with helping to coach a middle school cross country team. You played baseball, you played fall ball, you created a nice group of kids that you were hanging out with.
Yep.
And then you came home at Christmas time, and it was like, "Hey, do I have to keep playing baseball?" And I was like, "No, I don't care if you play baseball." It was more about having that group of people. How did you get in this rhythm of it was like from that point forward, every year you would lose like 10 to 15 pounds.
Yeah. Well, at Farmington, I was just playing a lot of basketball during that, and I just, like, when you're that big already, it's going to be easy to drop weight when you get active. And then I think I did one 5K that year with some of my friends that were in like 26 minutes, I want to say, which I guess at that time was a PR. And then that's when I transferred to Maine. And then I think that, I started running a lot more consistently that following summer after Farmington. So, and again, I don't really know. I think I just wanted to, it was little by little. I wanted to break 25 minutes. I wanted to break 24 minutes. And I just kind of set goals like that, or running for Bishop Beacon, trying to break like 50 minutes, and then kind of incrementally getting better. And just, that's what helped me stay consistent.
So the motivation came from the improvement?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I would say.
And
mostly, yeah.
And then where did you get your training? Did you just, your training, was it just talking to your brothers and sisters? Was it not sister?
Yeah. Or maybe two brothers.
Yeah. Well, actually you do. You have basically two brothers.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't remember the specifics, but I think they were, I remember going to them a couple of times saying, like, I want to run this 5K. Can you guys give me some workouts to do to kind of get better? And, it wasn't like I was going up to the track. It was more just like beginner fartlek stuff. Like, I don't know, 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off, stuff like that. So.
Tell me about, in high school, one thing that we kind of jumped over was that, that whole goal to break 8 minutes in a mile, which was that your freshman year?
Yeah.
Did that? And you know, to me it was amazing when I showed up at that track, and you had tried 3 or 4 times that fall to break 8 minutes, and one of the times you were really at 8 flat point. I can't remember the 0.4. Was that what it was? And then you had that thing with, and Jorma and Danny, your high school coaches, gave you kind of a, hey, this is what you should train for in the next couple of weeks. They laid out kind of a training plan. And then the inspiring thing to me was all these kids showing up, including your sister, to just cheer you on to try to break 8 minutes in a mile. How did that impact you?
Well, it was huge. I didn't really expect it. I didn't think that, because I think you guys kind of kept it a secret. Or I don't know, man. I don't really. And you guys were just like, we're gonna do this for Sam. And I was just like, I'm just trying to break 8 minutes in a mile. I mean, you got state champions on the team. Like, I just thought it'd just be like my own thing. I would kind of do it by myself. So.
Because I remember showing up and they had drums they were beating and they had signs and they were cheering for you. I mean, literally I got tears in my eyes to think that you would get that kind of support. I mean, it seems to me like you had wonderful support from your teammates.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was. I mean, at the time, I didn't really. I don't think I understood like I don't want to say magnitude, I guess, but just like maybe how special of an event that was.
Yeah.
Because I was just trying to run a fast mile, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
But to have everybody there looking back on it, it's really cool.
So how did you keep it going? You can see most people, they lose some weight, they gain some weight, they lose some weight, they gain some weight, they bounce back and forth, and you've just done literally for at least the past 7 or 8 years, you've just basically you started out losing 10 to 15 pounds a year and then probably 5 pounds a year, and now you're down about as skinny as you could possibly be.
Yeah, I think that, well, now it's gone to the point where I kind of run to stay sane a little bit. Yeah. I've been really consistent with it. So, there is that part also where I don't want to get big again.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I want to do anything and everything to kind of like, stay where I'm at and get, faster. I don't think I really need to get any skinnier or whatever.
Yeah.
So sometimes I take it to not like ridiculous levels, but like, but I just don't want to get big again. So,
yeah, no, I understand that. I think that's actually in a sense a good motivation. But so what would you tell a young kid that's heavy, maybe struggling a little bit? What would you tell them as far as what their thought process should be?
It can be really hard at first, but if you get the hang of it, if you're just really consistent, and you don't even need to, it doesn't need to be anything crazy, just find a routine and stick with it, and just not do it as much as you can because you don't want to get burned out, obviously, but just to stay as consistent, and the results will eventually come. So.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what you've done. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
I think it's really incredible. So.
Big fan?
I might.
Okay.
I think that's good.